Hey Ramblers, before you go, make sure you're following us on social media at Assistance HQ across the board for all content and exclusives. And for an even more personal touch, subscribe to our weekly newsletter with the link in the description. Whoo, we're back. We have Brent Raymond in the studio right now, a fellow entrepreneur. Introduce yourself.
What's up? My name is Brent Raymond, and I currently don't have an actual job right now, but that's gonna make a great story. And honestly, this podcast may be played like in the future, and I can be like, "Yo, this is my first fucking podcast," and like you guys can really see where this shit started from. But yeah, currently I'm pursuing forex trading, and yeah, it's a journey right now. I can't say I'm just started. I just actually started trading in the market live today. I made $42 altogether.
So you're saying you started today and you made $42?
No, I haven't started today, but I started fairly recently.
How long have you been doing this?
My first live trade, I would say, with this account started 2 weeks ago, and that since then I made around $60-something.
So in 2 weeks since you've started this, you've made like $60-something
on it.
On it?
16 for you? Actually, yep. It's something. No, that's not 100. You did the big right before when I was in the car.
Okay, how long have you?
I don't know. Actually, you're right. You're right. I actually had it pulled up right there. But
okay, so for the people not understanding, what is forex?
All right, so foreign exchange is just like it's the foreign exchange market. So just as much as you would be trading currencies when you move to different countries and things like that, there is a way where you can do it digitally online. So basically, what I do is I basically prospect of where I think the market's going to go, depending on my analysis. So you can trade forex with any broker. I'm pretty sure forex is getting a lot more traction now. More than ever. Yeah, definitely. But go down to the nitty gritty of like what makes foreign exchange the foreign exchange and what moves it. There's a lot of things that takes apart. I would say the big banks is the number one. The people, which is people like me who are trading, and people who are commercial people, like the commercial banks now. I feel as though it's not a hard thing to do as long as you like.
How long did it take you to learn this?
A year and a half.
Like so you've been doing this for a year
to feel confident.
You've been doing this really for a year and a half, not like 2 weeks. You've been doing this for a year and a half.
Well, yeah, I was studying for a year and a half. I can't necessarily say I was doing it, but I was doing it more.
So that's the important part because no one comes out the gate trading doing someone listening they might say two weeks in.
No. A lot of people come out the gate trading. That's how a lot of people's accounts are blown up. Honestly, if you really think about it, the thing that separates Brent from doing what other people did is understanding yourself.
Mm-hmm.
He said he didn't feel confident enough to trade in a year and a half, meaning I probably don't have as much knowledge as I feel comfortable with putting my money on the line like that. So you just build up the knowledge until you feel comfortable where you're like, hey, even if I lose money, you're still like, hey.
Explain that process. Why it's important to have that.
Well, honestly, why would you want to do really anything that you don't feel like necessarily confident? And now, when I say confidence, I mean like confidence backed by tested data. When you want to invest in anything, I'm pretty sure no one wants to invest blindly. Especially if you want to create. A lot of people want to do foreign exchange. I mean, yeah, they have big visions, but they have little effort. So I would say with anything that you have set in life, you're gonna have to take plans, or you're gonna have to make plans, and you're not gonna just know something like that, especially if it's something new. Now, a lot of people, the trend is trading off of someone else's analysis. That's cool and all, but me personally, I find the enjoyment of just
doing the research.
Yeah, just doing the research on your own. Because, man, information is at our fingertips where we can literally find out all this information and just by something like YouTube or podcast, where it can just get you started. Just someone randomly could just. That's basically what happened to me. I went to YouTube.
How'd you get into forex? This is like you said. You've been doing this a year and a half. Forex has only been popular 3 months, 4 months now. What was it? How did you guys get into?
Technically, it started. The idea started in high school, honestly.
Okay, hold on.
Like we knew.
Justice. We have Justice here on the podcast, a very good friend of the entrepreneur that I have here, Brent Raymond. We have my brother here, Justice Roberts. Introduce yourself.
I'm Justice. I'm currently doing absolutely nothing in my life right now. Like, literally. And that's all good because, you make certain things in... Excuse me?
We support that.
There's a lot of shit you learn. Definitely.
I'm at a standstill for what I really want to take control and really want to do and take the initiative. Honestly, I know I can make money through TikTok. I know I could pop. I know I can do a lot of different routes. I'm really at a standstill where it's a lot of different routes.
Decided.
And I'm like, yo, it's just, I don't want to do it. Some things I just don't want to do just because I don't want to do that.
Right.
I'm that type of person. I'm not the type of person to force myself to do things that I don't like.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel that
forex? I was forcing myself constantly. I would be falling asleep, and not saying that it's just boring. It's just that's not me. I can't sit at a computer for three hours and trade.
Be honest with you, it was actually Justice that introduced me to the idea of trading forex.
Because so you don't trade anymore?
I never traded. I start like I did dollars, but like I never like took it seriously. I was always in the learning phase. You know what I'm saying? I never passed the learning phase, so I never got to be a real trader.
Okay.
And in the learning phase, I was like, this isn't for me.
But because he introduced it to me, it actually, it started a whole other path. You know what I'm saying? Because, before I used to actually wanted to be a day trader in stocks. So that's was something that I was pursuing at the time when he came across foreign exchange. He was like, he noticed my struggles in having low amounts of capital in the stock market and how risky that is and how much little that I can do. I can't even become a day trader.
Right, yeah, not with that, yeah.
So it was just like, I was kind of feeling discouraged, but I was still like, straight.
I'm going to trade my way up.
I'm going to just find a way to get
I'm going to find a loophole somehow.
Dream big, just become better. That's all you can do, because if you can do it, you just got to prepare yourself to do it. I mean, I believe I can do anything I put my mind to. So, but when he mentioned foreign exchange, it opened up a whole other door because the leverage was different. You know what I'm saying? So that made me see like I can use less money in the foreign exchange and produce similar results because the markets move similar but not the same. See, now I always like the idea of just looking at candlesticks and doing all this types of analysis. It really just seems like a game to me. But what I've learned about the difference between stocks and the foreign exchange is stocks is more, I would say, volatile, and it's volatile off of just the sentiment of the market. So that means the people that move the market in the stocks. Foreign exchange, it's not the people. We don't really move the market. Like I was saying before, it's the big banks that are moving the market that has tons of money into here and they're manipulating the market. But now, with the similarities between stocks and foreign exchange is how you look at them. Me personally, I trade price action and I trade off the candlesticks. So I trade basically off of what I've seen and what it's showing me. I don't predict. I forecast for sure, but I move according to what it's telling me in the present moment because I feel like that's going to be the truest form of what it's showing you. But I mean, indicators and all that other stuff, bro, that's cool. Everyone has their own way. I ain't going to knock another man's hustle. But in that journey of that whole year and a half, I had to find my, cancel out a lot of the noise. In the beginning, I definitely started out taking a lot of information from everybody else when I first started foreign exchange. That made my mind very crowded. I had a lot of information. I didn't have a strategy. I didn't really have a risk management plan. But I knew a lot of shit about forex though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was like you know a lot of information, but how do you apply it?
So how did you apply it?
I had to see what was best for me. That's the only thing you can do is what is best for you. Not what is best, what's working for him or what's working for him. It's like, what's going to work for you, though? And the only way I can do that is if I did the time and tested it. Back test, which a lot of people honestly like to skip that extra step of just testing yourself. You know what I mean? You could literally do simulation trading. You don't have to put real money into it. So I went to the back test and I just started testing a bunch of stuff. seeing new styles that I like, tried other people's styles, made a variation of everything that I knew and just kind of combined it to what I liked. And then, yeah, I kind of got to this point now where there's a lot of stuff that I know that I don't really use anymore, to be honest. But the way I look at it has changed, but I use less indicators and less things that I started off using.
So if you were trying to give a tip to someone out there who now was like, you know what, I want to go out there and trade forex on my laptop too and live that entrepreneur
and live that lifestyle.
What's your biggest tip?
See if you really want to do it. I feel as though a lot of people see it as a route to do other things in life, and it can be that, definitely. But we all know to make money requires energy and effort. You don't just make money by it just coming like that. So if you wanted to play the more riskier game, then I say you just go. It's better off just gambling your money into any other thing that you gamble your money with. Do the lottery. I don't know. But if you really want to learn the skill, then I would say take the time and put in energy and just stick with it. It's a journey. It may not take a year and a half for you. Yeah, it took a year and a half for me, but I'm still going in my journey. I'm still going through it, but yours could be 3 months. Yours could be a day. I don't know. I don't want to really speak on someone else.
Right. Okay.
And yeah,
whatever else's time frame.
Yeah, definitely. Because I feel as though it clicks with other people more than it does
like somebody
for other people.
Actually
you know what I'm
put
saying?
Like 10 hours a day straight into forex. How fast are you going to do it if you're 10 hours?
10 hours a day.
Yeah.
Rigorously,
like people aren't doing that. You know what I'm saying? And if you actually 10 hours a day, you treat it like more of a job, learning. You know what I'm saying? Then you're probably going to increase your knowledge faster.
In the beginning stages, like at first, I can say that there was times where I found it like, oh, I don't want to do this, and I just didn't do it because literally forex is one of those things where like, yo, if you don't want to do it, you just don't do it. Like,
right.
There's days where like honestly, I could trade every day if I really wanted to, but I choose not to because I don't want to over trade and just get in the habit of always going into the market because then that's when greed starts settling in. Sometimes you gotta know when to like just relax.
Mindset plays into a lot with trading.
Just really
you really are by yourself.
It's all your mind, man.
It's all you.
Explain that. What do you mean? It's just you. What if you're
it's all you.
Part of
you're the one making the decision.
It's all you.
At the end of the
it's all
day.
your money. Meaning, if you join something that's newly trending called iMarkets Live, they're saying that hey, you can You can follow our signals that we have with people that post the things that they're currently trading.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea what the results are going to be. They're posting their trades. You don't know if they're successful. You don't know. They don't post side by side and what they researched on that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They just post their trade, and people just blindly would follow that.
Okay.
That is honestly a terrible way to trade. Copy and paste. That is the worst. I've heard a lot of methods out there. That's honestly the most BS method I've ever heard. They just copy and paste somebody else in the forex market. In any stock market, that will never work, especially long-term money-making plays. You are not meant to be a forex trader if you're trying to copy and paste.
So how do you feel about the people that subscribe to other people's newsletters? Like, oh, follow me for like the 3 stock trips that I'm trading this week. Follow me.
See, that's okay. You're saying stock tips.
What about to find out this top stock picks that I'm doing this week?
Okay, that's a little bit different. I wouldn't be really caring about his top stock picks unless he's probably has a lot of, I would say, influence. And at that point, bro, we're talking about forex, the foreign exchange, the world. There's not too many people unless Barack Obama is dropping what he's trading. I'm not gonna really follow it, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay.
But that's just me. Other people probably would say, "Hey, I made money copying pasting." You probably will, but I guarantee you, it will never be long.
At the end of the day, it's the same as putting your money in someone else's hand, and a lot of people do that. Actually, the majority of people
blindly trusted somebody else.
How they invest is through other people. So
if you're following if you follow the pattern of a successful trader, would that not make you a successful trader?
No. They're not going to post all their trades, and that's a fact. No trader is going to 100% post all of his trades 24/7, live stream.
Some of them really do. I'll give it to them because they honestly be on this forex shit. They're really heavy. Like, this is forex or die shit.
Honestly, bro, they don't live stream it.
No, bro. There are people that live stream. I'll tell you that. There are people that do those live calls all the time. Like, I see it.
Usually when I see it and people put the trades in, it's, I don't know.
Honestly, listen, I'm not saying you can't make money from it because I definitely believe you can make money off of someone else.
I don't know somebody that's a millionaire that's making money from it. Like, making money from it and posting there. That's what I mean. Like, I don't know somebody that's making money and posting their, whatchamacallit. I feel like people that are half BS post their trades. Or, like, people that are actually trying to help people learn.
So I'm going to go back to something that you had said earlier about when you said, like, your biggest tip is making sure that this is what you want. Like, talk about how people, like, how did you discover, like, this is the life that you wanted?
Well, it's more of like, you're never going to get something if deep down you really don't want it. If you want to achieve all these things, yeah, people would do things for, like, all right, I want to live the forex lifestyle. I want to travel. You want to be financially free. You want to make sure your family's straight. That's cool and all. But do you really want to do forex? That's the question. Some people have those other things. That'd be the root of why they do it. But in reality, I mean, you can have those things as motivations. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, like, don't have those things motivate you, but that's what it should be, your motivation. And if you really want to do something, I feel like that's going to produce you the best result. Because no matter what, there's no getting around, like, going through the work yourself and trying to figure out how to make money from it. I mean, you can live your life copy and pasting, but at the end of the day, you're eventually going to start looking at the markets yourself to wonder, like, all right, he's making this money, so, like, let me, see how he's making this money. Learn off of him and branch off on your own. Become your own, on your own shit, because there's a lot of people that start off in the copy and paste, but then they grow into their own trading style. And listen, all it is just loving what you really want to do and really feeling it in the inside as well as just emulating that also in the exterior.
Wow. I'm getting some great pointers from you guys because I'm really trying to get into forex, and it's been a while since because I'm still in the learning phase. It's been a while because I've really been focusing on growing my brand and business and everything, like, since the beginning of this year. And I definitely would like to sit down to, like, go over whatever notes you have and to, I guess, help speed up my process because I like to share that. So, maybe that could be something that you do. Start a course, start like your own.
I promise you, we have. I don't know if you still have that small playlist that we had. Remember when we were looking at the little videos and we put together a small playlist of people who were like, hey, if people want to do forex,
I still agree.
All right, you could just send me the playlist for that, and it's like what, at least a few hours, right? Like, it's a few hours of stuff. Like, collectively.
I would say those are little beginner notes, but, like, for the most part, like I said, I'm at the point where I feel as though I simplify it to the way, like, if we just meet up, bro. And spend the day.
What if we did a separate thing and did a Zoom, and then you made a keynote or like a PowerPoint and went on Zoom and explained that, like, this simplified way that of your notes for a beginner, and then made like a little Zoom ad.
Hashtag no iMarket Live.
Hashtag no iMarket Live. I like that. Hashtag no iMarket Live.
Honestly, I wasn't.
People are gonna assume
there was.
Hashtag no iMarket Live. I like the that's gonna be the name of this podcast. That's gonna be the name of this episode.
That's gonna attract iMarket Live. Yeah, they're like, what? What you mean? They're gonna listen to it, and bro, all I'm spitting is knowledge, bro. Yeah, free knowledge at that.
Free knowledge.
No, not a
$250 course.
$259 a month course. But if you sign two to three people up, you will have to pay nothing. No,
none of that.
It's not real trading. Like, absolutely. Like, I despise that company. I don't despise the company. I love the business model setup. I love it, but it's not a real business. It is not.
What do you mean it's not a real business?
It's not a real bit. You can't go downtown to New Haven. Where, like, a real business, you go downtown and you get your business. Not really get it, but you pay for your
license.
You don't do that for that. There's no license that you have. So what are you running? You're not running a business. Not saying you're not making money off of it, but it is not your business that you're running. You're running running somebody else's business. That's literally what multi-level marketing is. Somebody at the top, you buy into the business. Right. That's literally what it is. And then you are like you ever heard of Vima? Vima is another multi-level marketing. It's different in the sense of you sign up and you get cases of like water or like some juices type thing. And you sign people up and you sell water. It's very weird. Very weird. Just like how all the iMarkets Live people, they'll try to draw you in on this fact that you have a higher mindset or that you want to trade or do something or want to make money. And they'll say, do you want to know a business inquiry or something of that sort? Always say no. Because who slides in somebody's inbox saying, like, I can't even put my finger on it. I have it in my messages. Girls slid in my message. I have numerous people that actually came to my messages and said, would you like to learn? Like, 1 second, because I was going back and forth on this one. Hey, sorry I'm late, but I wanted to ask you if you're open to any business inquiries. I am. You know me. Okay, so I'm just looking to share this business opportunity, and I want to tell you more about it, of course, to see if you're interested. Will you be free at 7 p.m.?
See, I shut it down. When people start saying, are you free at... Nah, I shut those down.
Bro, I said, iMarkets Live and World Ventures. Not trying to hear them. Anything other than that, I'm open to give a listen to. Why not trying to listen to I Am Academy? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So honestly, in the beginning of my thing, I actually signed up with a trading group called the Falcon Trading. So I didn't do the MLM, but I paid for like courses and stuff. So it was just like videos, just showing the way he trades. You know what I mean? He was like, listen. Made a compile of videos. You also had a community where it's just like
is that a course? Is it just a course? Do you copy what he's doing?
No. But like it's like all right.
It's similar to iMarkets Live, and that's why I say I don't hate them. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get iMarkets Live for the course for what it's to learn, education, right. To learn yourself, like. People sign up, are paying the $245 to sign up other people. And how Brent was saying about a few minutes ago, bro, you have to want to be a trader.
Right.
You're signing up to sign other people up.
Not to trade.
Okay. If you use I Am Academy, they do have a lot of education.
A lot of resources.
They have resources where you can learn forexes. They do. They have live people trading and everything. Now, if you're an active trader, it's probably similar to
honestly, listen, I just came across this guy on YouTube and I fucked with his way of trading. I was like, to the point where I was like, I want to pay for his trading course.
Damn, this whole shit was straight until you use that thing. You already...
Everyone's been cussing, kind of.
No, I was not cussing the whole thing. I swear I was like consciously doing it. He just took a talk.
Both of you guys have slipped up. I'm just gonna have to put it explicit because this is too good of a content to put on my Tuka Talk. I don't have no list. Like I don't have an actual Tuka Talk thing. Like it's just my live, really, and it's just gonna go and we'll go on YouTube. My YouTube doesn't have any like viewers yet. So hey, if you are listening to this podcast, which I know 50 of you have listened to this podcast so far. Go view my YouTube because I give all my YouTube shout outs now because my
let me say this on bro. I talk a lot. Brent tells me that a lot. Honestly, I understand I cut people off way too much and sometimes I just want my point to be heard. And honestly, a podcast would be a pretty phenomenal way to just talk and ramble to myself.
Hey, you can't use the ramblings.
LOL. Get out of here.
Nah, I'm serious because like that's why I named it that because I've been told I talk a lot too much.
Jennifer, you talk a lot. Me, I really do have a problem with cutting people off though.
Like, and literally, this is directly onto the podcast. So I mean, I do give them the ad part in the beginning when I have to do the ad for them. But I mean, if you do want to use the app, guys, it is a wonderful app to start your podcast on.
Like, it really is, and you can make money from it like pretty
Quickly.
that day. That's what I really
I've made 21 cents. Thank you guys for that 21 cents.
That's tax money right there. You know what I'm saying? It's like you go to the dollar store, you know.
It's 25 cents to take it out.
No, you know, like when they say hey. Oh wait, never mind. You can't even take it out yet.
Appreciate the people that are in here and that's watching this, man. The first viewers. People that's gonna witness great. Yeah, the first people that's gonna witness greatness. Like,
they're hearing it now, like, you know, and as I get equipment and microphones and everything and go to the
more
studio.
traction, you know, that's why we push out YouTube and all that, so we can broaden our horizons, get more people in here, you know, and get better quality, better setups, and yeah, but
I'm loving this conversation. I'm absolutely loving this conversation, and I have so many snippets I'm going to be able to take from this. Like, so
to finish off the Falcon Trainer, because it ended off like at a halfway point. Okay,
I'm sorry.
No,
get back to that.
No, it's good. So you could like add the cut scenes much easier. When I finish the thing, you could kind of cut.
I'm just going straight to it, bro.
Over.
This is being cut. Like, this is just straight. Like,
what you just said is not going to be cut. They'll hear that as well.
They're going to hear all of this. This is the rawest. This is the raw. I'm just gonna tag it explicit.
But
I love my people.
The reason why I chose Falcon Trading was because of how he looked at the market. He didn't look at it with no indicators. He just looked at the nature of the market. That's what he called it. Just how the market moves. And he broadened my horizon in forex trading, and to the point where I signed up for his course, and I believe that was the best action I ever took, because ever since then I just looked at the markets different, and I applied what I knew already to what he knew to add greater confluence to my trading. So, shout outs to him. Like, you know what I mean? He randomly stumbled upon this, or anybody who else was watching this who came across them and was doubting. Hey, I got a use out of it. I feel like there's useful information. Maybe for you, may not be for you.
Let me get a shout out to Blue Capital. They're bullshit. I paid for them. Yeah. You're already tagging it explicit, so I figured that.
Just
get that out.
Keep it to a minimum. So this with this entrepreneurial life, I would safe to assume this is a room full of entrepreneurs. What is your unobtainable goal? What is your idea on
my goal is attainable?
On high goals. Like, what is your idea for huge dreams and goals? What is your...
Well, they're definitely not unobtainable.
What do you think about unobtainable goals?
I think there's no such thing. But what's the point of making an unobtainable goal if you can't obtain it?
Now,
you can't have it.
Okay, question.
No point in making it.
Listen, I talked about this on my last podcast, right?
I don't believe in unobtainable.
No, I went heavy into this and saying that this is going to be my new philosophy. Set an unobtainable goal. And life is about setting a huge one big goal that is either super hard to reach or unobtainable. And the reason I say unobtainable is because at one point, almost everything was thought of to be as unobtainable. If you lived in Egyptian time, the idea of electricity, even if you had the thought of it and science said, hey, the electricity exists, the idea of harnessing it could
Got it. So I can answer your question. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that just like sparked something in me. Telekinesis, any type of supernatural ability.
Bro, I tell you this, bro. I'm telling you, I tell you,
I'm so serious.
Where y'all are going with this?
I'm so serious. I already feel like I have glimpses of it, of clairvoyance and clairaudience.
I told you I believed in it. I never did. I wasn't BSing you. I do believe in supernatural powers and abilities. Yes. See, now you just were talking about. You don't even believe in yourself.
Unobtainable ability.
I want you to go hear yourself back in your own.
I do. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I
get what you're saying. I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're saying.
At some point, people looked at supernatural abilities as that's crazy. Like, honestly, you're thinking like, oh my god, bro. You're laughing like, oh my goodness.
I do understand the concept of that.
People would laugh at the fact in Jesus' time if you said I can like make something to tase you or knock you out and just touch you and it just tase you and it shocks you. People are like, that's crazy. People, I could put a phone. The idea of a phone, of what it can do, is create an airplane to them. Stop it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The simple fact of, bro, that I can turn on a light from right here for light? Come on now. That is magic for them. That's supernatural for them. Now, what we deem as supernatural is just unobtainable. That unobtainable goal, I guess. That's what I'm saying. Broaden your horizon mind. You know what I'm saying? You're the one who was just telling us.
A quick break. Hey guys, we're back. I'm back with Brent and Justice, and we were just talking about how superpowers are real because you guys believe that at some point down the line, someone's going to try hard enough to make superpowers. So
I felt somewhere down the line it was just in someone's DNA to even do it in the first place. I mean, there's people, and if you want to search this up, I mean, by all means, people say don't listen to Google, but I mean, you guys look at Google for everything else. Why not, right? But anyways, there's people who are levitated in the past. Levitated. There's multiple accounts on people who have levitated. There's a Qigong master burns paper with his hand. John Chang. This is on YouTube. So this is like, they use it in healing too, healing powers as well. We're gonna go to the part where he turns the paper to fire.
Died and showed us how qi can also be used to set things on fire. When he heard we'd shown this footage in public, he was very upset and refused all our future efforts to contact him again.
see, that sounds kind of.
We sadly resigned ourselves to never seeing.
You want to
him
go to
again.
the physiology of
sounds
Tai
what?
Chi and keeping the
This sounds kind of sus.
What?
We were never able to contact him again after he put this on public.
I mean, they
like,
studied him.
They
studied him.
If you are one of the only people in the world that harness a superpower ability and somebody goes and puts that online, I probably would never talk to you again myself. Only because you put my life in a serious probably jeopardy and just probably in, you know what I'm saying? Like that would probably be if you really had powers, the first thing you would do is put it on Snapchat.
And he was famous too in the 1980s. He was a famous guy.
But it says he's famous. So, I mean, everyone knows you guys are famous.
I don't know. That's not where all my beliefs were derivative from. Like, they didn't derive from, oh my God, superpowers are real from that video.
Yeah, definitely. And these are just all proofs. You know what I mean? Like,
all small things that just piece together on.
Hey, but what to be true to me is subjective. Truth is subjective, you know?
Wow. So I'm going to get you guys out of here before you have to catch your flight. So thank you guys for joining us.
No problem, man. Thank you for having me.
Hey Ramblers, before you go, make sure you're following us on social media at Assistance HQ across the board for all content and exclusives. And for an even more personal touch, subscribe to our weekly newsletter with the link in the description.